Yuki and John, Patreon of Earth.
All right, Yuki, what do you think?
John, yes.
Yes, that's my name. Don't wear it out. Anyway, what do you think is the most important invention between these two things? Televisions or toilet bowls? The most important invention for humans between those two.
Toilet is more important, right? And then,
Toilet's more important, yeah.
And then toilet. I'm not sure about the toilet bowl, but toilet was before TV. You know, maybe they just had a hole in the ground.
Yeah,
like,
outhouses and stuff like that. But an actual flushing toilet bowl, I think you're right. That's more important than television. But of course, we're not going to talk about that today. We're talking about the lesser.
Yes.
We're talking about TV.
TV, yes.
Wow. So we could talk about so many things with TV. We could talk about the TVs themselves. We could talk about television shows. We could talk about the news. We could talk about you working in television.
Yeah, and then I like to mention about the system.
The system of a television.
You know, like there was a TV, then cable, now streaming. You know, I have a kind of problem with streaming.
Oh, shit. All right, so let's start from the beginning. The television, right? The beginning of
right.
the television. What was that? Those were tube TVs, or was there something before the tube TV?
The before TV was the radio, right?
Well, okay, yeah. So we got the radio, right? And then people would have to put the pictures in their minds. They would gather around.
And then black and white, then color TV.
Yeah, so then you had black and white TVs, which would capture the things from the air and put it on and broadcast it.
Right.
Which I think is a major
right.
change. Before, humans were completely changed by the television. And not as much toilet bowls. I think
right.
toilet bowls were great for people.
Right.
Television wasn't necessarily good all the time for people.
Right.
Right? I think there's a lot of people out there who wasted their lives watching television.
Because the theater was before TV.
Theater was, yeah.
You know, Roman and Greek, and they had entertainment as a theater.
Mm-hmm.
Then radio came, so people stay home. Listening, then TV, black and white. I was watching Astro Boy in the black and white.
Astro Boy in black and white?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then the Speed Racer. It's
in
already,
black and white?
No, it was color. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a colorful show. So when you were a kid, you had the black and white TV first?
Mm-hmm.
And you saw the change into color?
Yes, I remember that. And then beginning... It's even earlier WWE, but you know, lots of wrestlers came to play in Japan. Of course, that time I think like
Bruno Sammartino.
Oh yeah. Fred Blassie.
Yeah.
Bobo Brazil.
Oh hell yeah!
So those came, and then you know the neighbor. Our house was the first one to TV. So every Friday night, all neighbor coming from. Can I see TV? So you know,
Oh
and then
shit! So you had the neighbors over, and you guys would watch wrestling?
Yeah, Friday night, 8:00.
That's awesome.
And then every other week, wrestling. I think like first Friday and then third Friday, and the second Friday, and then the fourth Friday was a Walt Disney World.
Oh, so they would show like a Disney program or something? Cool. What were besides just those things, what were some of the other early things that you were watching? I remember you said Rawhide, right?
I said Rawhide, the Combat. You remember that the train show, Casey Jones.
Casey Jones, you better watch Jones.
And Rin Tin Tin.
Oh, Rin Tin Tin, yeah.
And then Little Rascals.
And then what about the Three Stooges?
Yes.
Yeah. The cheese, Larry, the cheese.
Yeah. So my grandma, you know, like, oh, these people speak Japanese so well. Like, she didn't know that was dubbed, so, you know.
Amazing. So she thought that all these American people just spoke Japanese. That's fucking hilarious. All right, yeah. So as a kid, you're sitting there, you're watching those things or whatever. And then when does the color TV come along?
I think that was 1964 Tokyo Olympic.
Tokyo Olympics, all of a sudden color.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's amazing to see the transition from, because you also said that you would watch like the monster movies and stuff on the weekends, and then all of a sudden this transition into color must have been mind blowing.
Like we talked about the Universal Monster, but the watching like a Shock
Theater,
and black and white was better than color.
Color for sure, yeah. Those monster movies are
but
better.
I mean, around 1964 when the Tokyo Olympic, and then of course after World War II, those Sony, Matsushita, like those industry economy rise, and then they did the TV.
Yeah, they took over the world in a way.
Yeah.
Sony was like insane building up towards the 80s when it was everywhere. So when you saw color TV for the first time, do you remember how excited you were?
I was excited, and then especially wrestling, blood.
Oh, you can see the blood and stuff.
So next day, Saturday, you watching a newspaper.
Yeah.
Somebody got a heart attack by watching wrestling.
You're kidding?
Yeah, because that much, we don't know they all scripted. Still, they,
cut themselves or whatever. Yeah. Packets of blood. And so people had
all the people, especially those senior citizens, they loved the wrestling. My grandma was like a loved wrestling.
Your grandmother loved wrestling?
Oh yeah,
You're kidding.
Especially when the wrestler gets bleed, she loved it.
That's incredible.
And she goes, kick the ball, kick. So, but some old senior citizen, they got so excited and then got a heart attack by watching wrestling.
From wrestling. So Vince McMahon probably knew.
I think Vince is a grandfather or a father time, I think.
Oh, wow. So that's so exciting. So then color comes along.
Right.
And you're watching the Tokyo Olympics and then all these other things in color. Were you like immediately like, that's what I want to do? I want to work in television?
It was fascinating, that always, like there was an episode that we talked about it when Clint Eastwood, Vic
Clint
Morrow
Eastwood
came to Tokyo for promoting. I went to the airport.
Yeah.
So, I was always, the fascinating those American TV shows, like, when I grow up, instead of a police officer or soldier, I want to do a TV movie.
Oh,
that was always,
That's cool. So it captured your imagination and,
Gunsmoke,
Gunsmoke, great show. So it's interesting because you went proactive with the television, even though you were watching it and having entertainment, which sounds like a lot of fun, gathering people around the TV.
Right.
You then said, I want to do this for a living.
Right.
I feel like some people waste their time with television where they just let it destroy their brains, right? On the converse side of the happiness, there's also a sadness that comes to TV because you're sometimes letting the television live your life for you and not going out and doing
I think it depends, and also it's a nationality thing, a custom or because here you can see boobs on TV, right?
Sometimes. It depends on the channel.
Oh, no, but the network, be like before.
Yeah, like on network television up until a certain point, you can never hear curse
see
words.
right.
And then when cable came along, it was titty
right,
central.
cable, you can see everything, or even F word.
Yeah.
But before cable, it's always
very
clean, right?
Yeah.
But in Japan, there is no rating or rule. So I was growing up with,
breasts?
Yeah, and then there is one popular show is like Bathhouse. So the highlight of this, I still remember, every Wednesday, 9:30 and 10:30, and this Bathhouse kind of sitcom. But the highlight of this program is like a female bathroom scene. It's like the female jail, always shower scene.
Yeah.
But it's a movie, but same thing. This sitcom, the highlight scene is always female bathroom scene. But,
naked.
Whoa. There's no rule. So, we can watch it. And then, there's no we don't have gun in Japan anyway, right? So killing 100 people in 1 hour, no problem.
Yeah.
But when I came here, like, oh my God, you can show too much violence, too much sex. Like, oh my God, I didn't grow up, we could do anything on TV
Yeah,
in
it's
Japan.
more censored over here, more puritanical.
Right, because we all know it's happening on TV. But then I realized here, people take so seriously. No, you can show this. But this is a show. Who cares? But we care in this country. That was a big surprise. And then especially the college, I was majoring, the motion picture and television also. So the broadcasting, oh my God, too much violence, too much sex, those rating on TV, like, wow. So, my paper was about the sex, violence, and car crash on TV and the movie.
Yeah?
That I wrote about that, yeah.
Oh, I would love to read that.
I don't have the paper anymore. But my theory is, it's a TV show. It's a movie. You can kill, you can show anything you want, but it just doesn't work in this country because...
Some people take it real. They think it's real. Yeah.
So I'm not saying people are stupid in here, but in a way, because in Japan, people know it's on TV, they don't confuse real life and then TV show.
I would say it's more practical thinking.
Right, it's
We're
practical
more
thinking.
to get swept up in the illusion.
Right.
Whereas Japanese people or other people in other countries think of it in a more practical way, like you just said.
Yeah. That's why I think like a therapist or psychiatrist, those job doesn't do well in Japan because it's really, it's nationality. We think practical.
Practical, logical.
So other people cannot think or know what I think.
The Japanese are more like Vulcans, and Americans are more like Captain Kirk.
Right. So I thought, gee, that's really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the color TV. Then what was next? Was it satellite TV or cable TV? Do you remember?
Well, it's satellite. Before cable, it's satellite, I think.
Yeah.
And then those cable TV, then you can start watching a movie on TV.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it because if you see the movie on TV, it's not the movie, it's a TV.
It's not the same as going
right,
to the theater.
In the theater.
Yeah.
That was always, I separate them. And then about, color was 96. Then about the 70s, the mini-series started.
I love miniseries. Yeah.
First one was Roots.
Roots, yeah, that was a great one. I remember North and South was a big
North
deal.
and South, yes.
Lonesome Dove was a big deal.
Rich Man, Poor Man.
Rich Man, Poor Man. There's a lot of miniseries back in the days.
QB7 or 70s, lots of miniseries. And then, instead of every week and then every season, the book becoming a TV series, miniseries. Like 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours.
Yeah.
That's a new system. And then
TV movies were a thing.
That's right.
Humongous.
TV movie came.
Yeah.
The Killers.
The Killers, yeah.
I think that was the first one. Then the Don Siegel, Lee Marvin. And then remember that Entebbe? The hostage terrorist thing, Entebbe airport in Uganda.
Oh no, I don't
There's the victory at the Entebbe, raid on Entebbe.
No, there was a whole series of them?
No, it's all different TV movie.
Oh.
From that
So
terrorist.
different networks told the same story. Wow, I didn't know
So that the TV movie became so popular.
Oh yeah, TV movies. I mean, I have a list of a bunch of TV movies that I love. Most of them are horror, but you know, you got Duel. That's like
Duel.
what Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg, the first one.
Holy shit, that's just as cinematic as anything he ever did.
That movie was opened in theater, not TV, because movie was so good.
Because it was so good. You got so many. You got Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, of
Right.
course. That was a little later. The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker, yeah.
What a good series that became from a.
And then that the TV movie, I thought that was the good thing is like a mini series instead of, because you can see 10 hours in the movie theater.
Yeah.
So you know, every night 1 hour 10 nights.
Yeah.
The mini series works on home.
Yeah.
TV movie, instead of spending 1 year, something happened. Let's make a movie. We should, and then come out the next month, not the next year.
Right.
So that kind of difference, you know. So TV media and then theater movie media
Right.
is totally different. So I kind of liked it because different media for different media.
Yeah.
Like a book.
Yep.
You know, like a big book for TV miniseries, or the big, you know, so some kind of incident, you know, TV movie next month.
Come out with it. Yeah.
Right. Instead of, you know, spending 1 year, come out in theater next year. So I thought that was good. But then technology started, you know, cable, or now it's streaming. It's kind of movie theater is combined.
Well, yeah, TVs have gotten insane now. You get
Yeah.
a 4K TV. You could also get a projector in your home.
Right.
Suddenly you have a movie theater in your house.
Right. So I have a problem with that.
You have a problem with that.
Right, because before, even the season every week, you know, that was like a 24, and then end of the, oh my God, we have to wait
What
until the
happens next? Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
1 week, you know, you
Yeah.
can't wait. But now these days, the streaming and whole 20 episodes come out in the same day.
And you have to go, oh, what happens then? It's like crack. You just keep pressing play.
Right, keep
play,
pressing,
play.
yeah. And then you see whole 20 episodes in 1 weekend. So I really don't like
Which
that. That's
is a lot of wasting time. I mean,
yeah.
I've wasted a lot of time in my life
So-
getting addicted to like a television show and just watching. Like when Lost first came out on DVD,
Oh.
I got that shit and I was like I was in the house for 3 days just watching
my
it
God.
nonstop. Yeah.
That's no good.
No.
Because, you know, waiting 1 week was a fun part.
Yeah. Yeah, you get your hour, 2 hours, you watch your
Right.
program,
Yeah.
and or your stories, as some people call them, and then you wait for the next week. You get your next stories.
But that's no fun anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you just watch whole season in 1 weekend, and so there's a whole system.
I'm not a big
change,
fan
yeah.
of binging, to be honest. Like, only sometimes. Sometimes I like a binge when it's not like too much.
Right.
When it's almost like watching a movie, because some of these things, they come out, there's 6 episodes, you
Right.
watch it, it's 3 hours, it's like watching a movie.
Right.
But yeah, when it gets to be into 27 episodes and it's like you're just addicted and want to know what happens
Yeah.
next, you got to break that cycle because the brain
Right.
will shut the fuck off, and that's what it's meant for, is to shut your brain
And
down.
then you know, 20 years ago, the cable TV, I mean, at least, you know, movie come out in theater, then you wait 6 months, 1 year, then you can watch movie. But these days, like Netflix, what bullshit. Movie come out today, they're showing in 2 days later. I mean, come on.
Well, there's a lot going on with Netflix.
Yeah,
you know.
that's why the Spielberg says, you know, the Netflix movie shouldn't be nominated for Academy because it's TV, not the movie.
It's definitely. I totally agree
Yeah.
that any streaming service, it's just the next evolution of cable. It's not.
Right,
It's not
right.
It's a movie. It is a movie in and of itself, but it shouldn't be considered a movie unless it's in the theater.
Right.
You know, or had a run in the theaters.
Right.
Because other than that, you just shit out any movie on the fucking
Right.
TV, and then suddenly would never go into a communal experience again.
And then instead of spending all this, making a movie so fast.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So fast.
You can make a movie in 36 seconds nowadays.
Yeah, like even the same actor, like, oh wow, what did he do? When did he have the time to make this movie?
I don't know how they make $100 million movies fast. It's hard enough to make a small movie fast.
Right.
How do they do it with all those moving pieces, all those people, hundreds of people? And
I don't know. Maybe that's why the quality is not good anymore.
Yeah, that's true. So TVs, right? I was young and I had a TV and a VCR.
Right.
And then I remember when I was about 7 or 8, we moved out of Brooklyn, where I was born, and where I had regular TV, like the old, that's the Channel 5, Channel 7, whatever the fuck, and a VCR. Then cable came along. My parents got cable, and it changed my ever-loving life. I remember the first time that we got cable, it used to be that brown box, right? And it had the numbers,
Right.
3 different tiers of numbers, and you press it. I got that, and I saw on the cable guide, Gremlins was on HBO. And I watched Gremlins probably 50, 60 times because it was just on all the time, and I loved that movie. I was like 7 or 8, and it was the greatest time for me to be alive. Fucking Gremlins shooting into my veins nonstop. And then forget it, there was all sorts of other movies. So I do have like a specific split of pre-cable days, post-cable days. And I liked the old days because it would be like harder to find stuff. Like I really liked music videos when I was a kid, but we didn't have MTV, so my parents would have to go and find the specific like late night, channel that would play just music videos for an hour and tape those for me, and I would watch them during the day. So that was cool because I would get excited or whatever.
Right.
But then when you get MTV 24/7,
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Do you remember when the Michael Jackson
what, the fire, the babies?
No, not
which
the
part?
fire, but
there's a lot of
music. What was that?
Oh, Thriller?
Thriller.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God is right. Yeah, Thriller was a big deal. I mean, that's like more home video stuff because I got that on VHS tape. And I was afraid of it.
15-20 minute short film.
Yep.
Start spending millions of dollars on short film.
And it's a classic. It's the best music video ever made, in my opinion. So then with TV, what were some of the stuff that you would watch? Did you like sitcoms, or did you like talk shows, or did you like...
Well, again, when I was in Japan, I watched lots of American shows.
Yeah.
Then when I came here, I remember first thing I watched a lot, Facts of Life.
Facts of Life? The Facts of Life. The fucks of life. Learning the fucks of life. Yeah, I love that show. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them all, and there you have the great TV theme song.
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite? Joe?
What was that? Blair.
Yeah, Blair was pretty good. I like Mrs. Garrett. She was cool.
Mrs.
She would come in and be like, I don't understand what's going on. Like screaming and shit.
I like the Joe. She was bullish,
Joe was like the tomboy, but was very
tomboy,
when you get older you realize how sexually attractive she
I
was.
like her character,
Yeah.
She always give Blair shit.
Yeah. Give the straight up opinions, no nonsense,
And then Blair is from rich family, so
yeah, she couldn't handle it.
She couldn't handle it.
Oh, yeah, Facts of Life is a great show. So many sitcoms were amazing back then.
Right.
I mean, Three's Company changed my world. I would watch Three's Company like a little boy just being like...
I wasn't really watching real soap opera like a General Hospital. Can you believe that General Hospital is still going?
Still going. General Hospital. More like General Forever, Infinity
it's like,
Hospital.
50 years, 60 years? Oh my God.
Probably. I mean, how many things can happen in the same fucking hospital?
I know.
How many times? That's amazing.
That's amazing, yeah.
Okay, so did you watch... did you watch MTV and stuff like that? Were you into that?
Well, I didn't have a cable in the beginning, so the cable was much later. But Saturday Night Live.
So you liked Saturday Night Live,
right? But the original, when John Belushi.
Oh, so you saw the premiere of that? Oh, really?
Yeah.
That must have been revolutionary.
Yeah, Lorraine Gary, and then the Garrett Morrison.
So many people.
Stephen Martin was after, right?
He would come in and do stuff like
Bill Murray, and then
he was later, after the first or second season. Wow,
the John Belushi. Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah. and then samurai.
Yeah. I used to go to. Not used to go. I went to the real place in Chicago where they
Hamburger place.
cheeseburger. Yeah, and
They really say that?
they do, but like really half-heartedly. They're like cheeseburger.
Oh, I see.
Because they fucking did it forever. They're like so over it. But they did say it. They're like,
I see.
cheeseburger. It was a pretty good cheeseburger.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah. But the samurai, did you find offense in that, or did you not give a fuck?
no, I didn't give a
Good,
fuck.
yeah,
I thought
like-
that was funny. Yeah.
It's funny, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Yuki. People give it shit. They say that it's cultural appropriation and John Belushi should rot in hell.
I think people are too sensitive, especially Asian American people. Like, for example, we go to the restaurant or diner, and then the waitress doesn't show up. They say, "Yuki, see, no service because we're Asian." Like, racist. Like, what are you talking about? She's a bad waitress. Just don't give her tip. So the mentally we think different ways. So,
Yeah. What do you remember when like streaming started? Do you recall? Like, did you think it was a bad thing, a good thing? Were you interested in it?
I really don't. I mean, I don't even know why streaming. It's basically cable, right? It's same thing. And then I remember 20, 30 years ago, even George Lucas said, someday we stay home and watch TV, but we watch movie at home instead of going to movie theater. You pick the movie at home. That's exactly
what happened. And that son of a bitch, he predicted a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The Force. That's
him.
real. And
But now he was screwed by Disney.
oh yeah, he wasn't too happy about the Disney deal. What do you
But I
think
mean,
of all that stuff? Like now, Star Wars is more popular on TV and streaming than it is in the
Right,
theater.
because those, the Mandalorian or, those TV series, and I don't know. It's so many. I lost the story. Yeah, there's in between TV series like a Clone Wars and in between those movies. Like, well, what if you don't have a streaming and you miss this? Like,
Exactly. I
that's
mean,
not fair.
It's fine and it's not fine. It's just I don't know. They should have kept Star Wars as an event.
Right.
Like a big event that you get every 4 or 5 years. And then everybody flips out and they can talk about it for 5 years. But that's not TV. The TV, the Mandalorian and stuff like that's fine, but it's like just going on for too long. It's like stretching.
No,
Stretching thin.
like a Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Under or like
Yeah.
So just too many characters.
What about late night hosts? You like any late night hosts? Even the old ones like Jack Benny.
What was the Johnny Carson?
Johnny Carson was your favorite?
Yeah.
I like David Letterman. I thought he was
Letterman
fucking
funny.
awesome. But Conan O'Brien, that was my general. Like when I was in college, I would get high as fuck and watch Conan O'Brien and laugh
I
my
see.
ass off.
I'm not crazy about the Conan.
No?
No.
I'm sure he would love to hear that.
Somehow I don't think he's funny.
Oh, no, Yuki. But Johnny Carson, wasn't he...
No, he's kind of,
A dick.
Yeah.
I like the idea, though, that, like, if he doesn't think you're funny, that you don't get to sit on the couch. I think that's very Roman of him.
I
Like the
see.
thumbs up, the thumbs down. So, like, a stand-up comedian would be up there giving his all, and then if Johnny, like, doesn't invite him over, his career's over. That's so fucked
But
up.
the David Letterman, he never be serious, so that's kind of sometimes annoying, like.
Yeah, you're right. Every once in a while, you'll get into like a
Right,
deep
the
conversation,
conversation,
and instead of making a joke a minute or whatever, you never really saw Letterman get that
Right, I mean,
serious.
always, funny, ha ha ha. So
Yeah,
I wasn't really crazy. I
but
mean,
Johnny
even-
Carson got serious.
he was more serious than them. And then when David Letterman did the host and Oscar, that was worse. Like again, every minute is joke. Like, well, can you be serious even 1 minute?
What about Dick Cavett? You like Dick Cavett?
Dick Cavett.
Dick Cavett, man. Dick Cavett.
Oh, so
Dick
why-
Ca- you don't know Dick Cavett?
No, sounds familiar, but I can't see.
He had the show where it was like on a little podium, not a podium, on like a small stage and the 4 seats, and you would get like, I don't know, John Lennon and Norman Mailer and like 6 people on the
I
same
don't
stage.
remember. But I remember that guy, Morton Jr.
Oh, Morton Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Oh God, now you talk about trash.
He's a trash, yeah.
Trash, but he pretty much launched all that daytime talk show shit. Fucking Jerry Springer, Richard
Before
Bay.
Jerry Springer, right?
He was sort of the precursor to a lot of
Yeah.
that stuff, and he just seemed like the douche dick.
douche
Yeah,
bag.
fucking asshole. Like, I don't know. You know what? I like people who are both. Like, you could be an asshole sometimes, you could be not an asshole sometimes. I don't like people who are all assholes, right? Because they're hiding something. I also don't like people who are all nice because they're also hiding something. If you don't have those two emotions going at the same time, it doesn't make sense. That's why I guess Johnny Carson you like the best, because he kind of was
What
both.
was the guy? He was thrown in the chair. Him broke nose.
Oh, it was Geraldo?
I thought he was never be funny, but he was a real TV show.
It was interesting stuff that he would do, and then all of a sudden he like got us into a serious news reporter,
Yeah.
or tried to. Did you see the time when he tried to open up Al Capone's? It was like Al Capone's secret safe.
No, I didn't.
They
see
did like an hour-long special, like, we don't know what's in the safe.
So
and
what, did you see the open?
and they opened it up and there's nothing in
Nothing.
it. How fucked up is that? You do all
Yeah.
this. You should at least look inside and say, "Oh, you know,
Yeah.
no, he wanted it to be a surprise."
Just like my documentary, fake hump.
yeah.
they
When
should
you
have
fake, they
something,
should have
yeah.
faked something. Put like a,
Something,
I don't know,
yeah.
a nickel on the floor.
Nickel, yeah.
Let's see what other kind of TV show. What are some of your other favorite TV theme songs? Because there's so many good ones.
Oh, the one and the only. Hawaii Five-O.
Hawaii Five-O. That's a great one.
Yeah.
I like the instrumental ones, but I also like the singing ones. There's this guy called Jesse. What the fuck is his name? Let me look it up real quick. But he did the ones for all those TGIF, like Full House, Family Matters, Step by
really?
Step. Yeah. Jesse. Wait, Full House. Hold on. No, that's not Uncle Jesse. Not Uncle Jesse.
Oh.
Jesse, song writer, Jesse Frederick James Conway. That's his whole name? Okay, no, the short version of his name is Jesse Frederick. And he did... Okay, so Perfect Strangers. Remember Perfect Strangers? Standing tall on the wings of my dreams.
I don't remember.
Oh, fuck. And then he did Full House.
Oh,
Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, or somebody.
Oh.
And then he did Family Matters.
Oh, Family Matters. Okay, he did a lot of hit shows and.
Oh yeah, so he wrote a shit. You know how much money that guy has? A lot of money. Wait, what about Growing Pains? Remember that song?
No.
Show me that smile again. Don't waste another minute.
I don't
of your
remember
crying.
because I never seen that show. So.
You never saw Growing Pains?
No.
I probably was of the age to watch that show because I was a little kid. And
But I like, of course, Magnum PI.
Magnum P.I.?
Yeah.
What was the theme song for that? How'd that go?
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember?
I gotta go back and listen.
Oh.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's also Three's Company's a good
Oh,
theme
Three's.
song. Oh man, so many theme songs, Yuki. I can't even get wrap
Is
my
that
head
the
around it.
Three's Company was Kelly Martin?
No, Joan DeWitt.
Oh, Joan DeWitt?
Susie, what's her name? The one with the Thigh Master. Suzanne Summers.
So, Suzanne Summers.
And then there was another woman who replaced the one. Maybe it was Kelly Martin. What's her name?
No, she was in some what was it? She was in the show. Not the Three's Company?
I don't know. I mean, we should have done research before.
Yeah.
We don't research this shit. But, I mean, John Ritter, is that the woman you're thinking of?
No, Joan.
Priscilla Barnes was one of them. And then there was a third one, but I can't find it. So, okay, what else? What are some of the greatest TV moments that you remember? Because I remember when I was a little kid, this was really messed up in a way. But I remember one of the times gathering around a TV and having humongous news happen was for the Explorer when it exploded. Remember that? The spaceship, the shuttle.
Yeah.
I remember they took us out of class. I was in kindergarten, and they brought us into the auditorium, and they were like, "Children, we just want to tell you about this thing that's happened on the news."
I see.
And they would try to explain it to us so that we didn't get scared or sad, even though it was scary and sad.
Right.
But they did an assembly to like calm us down and show us what happened. But I don't know why they would show us. Like, just let your parents explain it.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, I saw the news, but it's more...
No, sorry, not the Explorer, the Challenger. What am I, fucking stupid?
Challenger.
Jesus Christ.
But more like Apollo moon landing was a bigger
Oh, you witnessed the moon landing?
Yeah.
Oh my God! You watched that live?
Well, again, it's like a Capricorn 1. I thought that was a sound stage. Well, I don't want to get into moon landing thing,
You fuck.
So...
You fuck. Yeah, let's skip the whole conspiracy part. But you actually were watching when that was going down. Was the whole country just like stopped?
Yeah, whole country, live.
The whole world?
World, yeah.
And so where were you watching? With your grandparents?
Home
with your family?
And then Kennedy's assassination, that was a big
Oh, that was a big one too.
Yeah.
So you gathered around and watched the whole news and all that stuff. Oh my God, yeah. I mean,
those TV, big TV time.
That's humongous. That's humongous. Those are some of the biggest things that ever happened in the history of the universe.
Yeah, history of humankind history.
Oh my God! And you watched it live. What about? Well, so some of the things I remember watching live, like I said, the Challenger. They showed not live, but they showed us the news and tried to like
even the Twin Tower terrorist attack.
Well, yeah. So there was two of those. I remember watching the first Twin Towers live when there was just the bomb in like the parking garage. Or whatever.
Right, parking garage. Yeah,
that was a crazy time, and I was glued to the TV. I was like, "How could this even happen?" And then fast forward, and you have the actual 9/11 attacks, which was fucking insane to watch.
That was. I was watching the news, and when I was watching the first tower is burning, and then second plane hit it, right? So I said,
live, yeah.
Is this a tape or, you don't realize that was a live.
When something like that happens live, you can't even comprehend that it's not either previously recorded or fake or whatever. It's just like so fucked up.
But the second plane hit it, I think many people saw it live.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were watching the first
I was watching live. My brother woke me up. He said, "Wake up. Mom says they're attacking America." And I was like, "What?" And I was in college at the time. So I woke up and I turned on the TV and Jesus Christ.
I was at the Days Inn and then Days Inn Thousand Oaks. I was eating continental breakfast and watching the news.
Holy shit. Wow, yeah, 9/11, that was just like a nonstop news. Like, I couldn't get enough, only because I wanted to know what the fuck was, who did it, why did they do it.
Like a CNN and then Fox News, the same thing, 24 hours a day, like 10 days, 2 weeks straight.
Even more. I mean,
even more.
Yeah, that was crazy. The original the original Twin Towers attack was crazy. The other one that I watched live, which was incredible, was the O.J. Simpson high-speed chase.
Oh yeah,
I watched that live.
I was so pissed because that was the NBA final. And then
they broke in?
And then small block in the upper left side, and watching, the Houston and the New York Knicks
in the small picture. Yeah.
And then the big thing, and then chasing
OJ.
The Bronx. Nothing happening. It's
just driving.
Yeah, I was so pissed.
It was still captivating. I remember when I was a younger kid, I hated the news. I just couldn't stand it. I didn't want to be a part of it. But then I was like, holy shit. So I watched the whole fucking thing. And I was watching live when me and my dad were watching when they got to OJ's house, and it was parked out in front of his house, and they, the helicopters were getting the shots, and somebody called into the news program, and they said, "I'm OJ's neighbor," and they were like giving him like information saying, I'm the neighbor in Brentwood, but they were using like a very racist accent for a black man. And all of a sudden, he said, and I just want to say, Baba Booey to you all. And it was a prank call from the Howard Stern show. Somebody who was doing it in the name of the Howard Stern.
My God.
So he tricked the fucking news guys. And I remember watching that, and me and my dad laughed so hard that he said Baba Booey on air. And then the news guys break in, and he's like, I just want to let everybody know that call was not factual. It was a fake call, and for a shock jock, and
Wow.
it was fucking crazy. Yeah, so those were some amazing, like, really groundbreaking moments in television. Not groundbreaking is the wrong word. It's I don't know, legendary, because like all of a sudden the world stops and everyone's glued to their TVs, and that's the way that the information comes in. And what are you gonna do but sit there and go, oh my God, and just get scared. I was scared I was going to get drafted after 9/11. And a lot of the reason I was watching was I was saying, like, are they going to put the draft on right now and I'm going to have to go to war? Like, what's happening? Yeah. Fucking scary.
Yeah.
What about any other, like, Tiny Tim wedding on The Tonight Show? Did you watch that?
No.
So supposedly that's like the second.
Tiny Tim, is that the Justin's Tiny Tim?
Yeah. So the producer of The Last Drive-In wrote the biography of Tiny Tim called Eternal Troubadour. And apparently the second most viewed television program after the moon landing in the 60s was Tiny Tim's wedding on The Tonight Show.
Oh, really?
They did a live wedding, yeah.
I didn't know about him, so...
On that time. What's another major television event? I'm trying to think, because I remember, like, humongous event was, like, It. Remember the It miniseries?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that was, like, the talk of the town.
Scary Clown?
Yeah, the scary clown running through. At my grammar school was overrun with It fever. And we all were watching it and talking about it and couldn't get enough of what was going on. It was a 2-night spectacular.
I don't remember that. Then I never saw that.
Oh, it's a good one. It's one of the best miniseries. Best horror miniseries, I would say. It's Tim Curry gives it all. Gives it his
Tim
all.
Curry, well, yeah.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on TV?
Well, now it's a new era, so it's not like before, because newspaper and TV, unless it's simultaneously like internet, it's too old.
Yeah, everything's coming out instantly on the internet
because
now.
That time OJ's car chase is a big thing, but how many car chases we see in the internet live?
You can open Twitter now and see 15 of them. Easy.
So it's a different time now, unless it's simultaneously we seeing it live. TV isn't fast enough anymore.
Do you think TV will be overtaken by VR, like virtual experiences?
I think, yeah,
that's the future. I think it's going to be sensory overload.
Right, because if you have a cell phone, then you always, something happened, and 5 minutes later you already know. So who needs this news? 11 o'clock news.
Yeah. By the time 11 rolls around,
you already know.
Yeah.
Or a newspaper next morning, you already know 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
So.
What kind of TV do you have? Flat screen?
Yeah.
Like the one I have? Amazing. Well, I love TV. I'm never going to stop watching it, but I do make a conscious effort to stop.
But I still like. I really don't want to mix up everything. If you this material for TV,
yes.
This material for theater,
yes.
This material for movie,
yes.
This material for something. I mean, I still like to separate.
I agree. I like to separate it too. I like to go to the theater to see the big movies.
Right.
I like to watch TV for news and entertainment. And then, a lot of times I like to turn off the TV and try to clear my mind and, work and listen to music or something other than television. Because honestly, if left to my own devices and with no responsibilities, I would probably watch TV 16 hours a day easy, and then sleep for 8, and then wake up and do it all over again. All right, Yuki, that was another spectacular episode of Yuki and John's Podcast Buffet. I want to give a big shout out to a a company that sent some interesting things to us. It's called Big Dan's Original Sauces. They sent me a care package of all these sauces.
What sauce?
I'll give you some. It's we got a hot wing sauce.
Oh.
We got a mustard mutation sauce, and we got a what's the other one? A barbecue sauce. And then he gave me this like dry rib rub that you could rub on like meats and shit.
Oh.
But Big Dan's, man, they're from Tennessee, and they're doing.
Why they give it to you?
Because they just were. They like The Last Drive-In and us, and they said, "Hey, can I send you something?" I gave them a PO box, and we got a fucking package of sauces.
Why they send it to? How come they didn't send it to me?
Well, this is why we're doing a commercial. Maybe they'll send you a care package.
That's not fair. I mean, they should do one box each.
They asked me, and then I said, "Oh, okay," and that's why I'm doing it now. Because maybe, hey, Dan, can you send some to Yuki?
Yeah, I'm really hurt.
No, don't be hurt. No, you know who they're friends with, like James Boylan, and you know those guys who did like they worked on Shakespeare Shitstorm, and now they have the podcast Totally Tunular and stuff. They're friends with him, and then I went on Totally Tunular. And I sang to Big Dan, and that's why he sent me stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you sing to Big Dan right now, he'll send you some. What do you have to sing to him? Show me that smile again. Yeah.
But by the way, I want to practice Elvis for.
For the Vegas Jamboree's coming up.
Jamboree,
Yuki's going to dress like Elvis at the Vegas Jamboree, which is happening in October.
Maybe.
Hunker Burning Love.
Viva Las Vegas.
Yes. Viva Las Vegas.
Then Love Me Tender, maybe two songs.
Oh, yeah, get sentimental on them.
Usually I don't sing, so, you have to train.
I'll train you, I'll coach you, and then worst case scenario, you just move your mouth, and I'll sing from backstage.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, see you next time at the
next
buffet.
time.
Yuki and John, Patreon buffet.